Hey gang, Demir from Life Hack Method. Right now we're getting hit with a huge curveball, the whole world at the same time. But even when it's over, we're gonna keep getting hit by curveballs in our life. Divorces and business failures, death of loved ones. It's coming. We just don't know when it's coming. In this series, we're covering 4 steps to get through a crisis, take back control, and step into positive action. Step 1 was looking at our shattered expectations and mourning them and getting into acceptance of them. Step 2 is actually getting our focus back, claiming it back from unproductive fear and anxiety. And as we learned in the last video, when we experience a crisis, we get pulled downward into a spiral of anxious and negative thinking called a hypervigilant state. Now, we have to escape this downward spiral for 4 reasons. Number 1, it sucks to be you. It's a bad way to live. Your nervous system is revved so high, you're constantly in fight or flight mode. That leads to adrenal fatigue and a whole host of other stress-related conditions. And it just generally manifests as life sucks right now. And guess what? You suck to be around. You're not your best self, and the people around you suffer. And on top of that, you suck at making plans and you suck at taking action. So to escape this downward spiral, we need to use a technique called negative visualization. This technique is derived from an ancient Stoic practice called premeditatio malorum, which literally means the meditation of future evils. Now, I get the irony here. In this era of manifesting positivity and visualizing success, negative visualization seems counterproductive at best and masochistic at worst. But actually, it makes so much sense. When you're already in fight or flight mode, you can't just make it go away by thinking positive. Dang, it's too late for that. Usually what happens is you make yourself feel worse because you wonder what's wrong with me. Why can't I shift out of this state? And those fears and anxieties, they didn't go away. They just keep bubbling up again and again, no matter how deep you try to bury them. You can't paint some positivity over a thick veneer of negativity. So instead, this exercise charges head on, right at your fears and anxieties. It brings those fears and anxieties into your conscious brain where we can finally deal with them once and for all. And it allows your nervous system to chill out, to move out of DEFCON 1. Now, the Stoics broke this down into 4 steps. Step 1. List out all of the things you're worried about. Write down your fears. Don't even worry if they sound absurd, right? Ask yourself, what am I the most afraid of? And get it down on paper. Try to be detached if you can, but at the very least, just don't feed on the drama. Now, in my case, I was surprised to find that my worst fears didn't come out for like 15, 20 minutes. I kept writing and writing and writing. And after 20 minutes, my worst fear finally emerged, that my daughter would catch the virus and die and it would be all my fault. Pretty heavy stuff. Now, step 2 is determine your sphere of control. Can you prevent this thing from happening? Great. But the problem is our fears often are about things we know we can't control. So in that case, we're looking to mitigate the fallout of this thing happening. So when I'm talking with my wife, we immediately realize we cannot guarantee our daughter's safety. Not in a pandemic. So perfect isn't possible. Okay, so let's start talking about imperfect solutions. We can go without childcare, reduce one extra person coming in the house. We equipped a room in our house as a sick room. We canceled trips to see family and friends. My wife started cutting my hair again. It turns out the list of actions that we could take was over 20 items long. That is our sphere of influence. And it made us feel better. It made us feel better when we got clear that we can't control everything, and we got clear on the things that we could control. Step 3, assume it does happen. How do you fix it? How do you repair it? Now, this is where things get interesting. Maybe somebody dies, there's no repairing that. But often, with many of the things in our life, we can repair it. It might feel like the worst thing that could happen if we lost our house, if we lost our business, if we lost our job. But the truth is, most of those things can be repaired. We can get a new house, we can get a new job. And finally, brainstorm what you could do now to prevent that fear from coming true. Gang, the aim of this exercise is to get you focused on things that you can control, even when you're obsessed about things that are outside of your control. It's actually going to make you feel better in a tangible way. It's going to calm your mind, and actually it's going to make you a lot more productive. You're going to take action on things you really can. Marcus Aurelius said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. And when you realize this, you find strength. Okay, gang, that was step 2 in the 4-part series on overcoming a crisis. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to find gratitude even in the crappiest situation so you can be the kind of person who can create a positive vision and move forward with your life. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're obsessed with human potential like I am and you want to live your best life, consider subscribing. You'll get more of these videos in the future. See you in that next video.